Hi. Uh, Now today we learn about the basics of SAP. What is SAP? What is SAP R3 architecture? So what is SAP? SAP is a ERP tool which was implemented first time in 1972 by 5 IBM employees. Name is mentioned here. So what is SAP R3 architecture? SAP R3 structure is real-time management and tracking of sales, production, finance, accounting, and human resources in enterprises. So there are two different other view also, development and hardware view. So system landscape. So SAP system environments are like development, quality, and production. Production is where user do entries. So these are the clients. Development is basically initially done by the IT team or the consultant team. Then though those changes or implementation done by the consultant is going to be quality client, and then it gets checked over here for integration testing and unit testing. Then it moved to production client. So let's look at hardware view. So there are three layers. I told you that there is a R3 architecture. So what is R3 architecture? One is database, where only data is getting saved. Second one is application and client. So where application is built, which is done by ABAP. And third one layer is for end user, where end user is doing entries. So it is called presentation server also. So third one is database server, second one is application server, and the first one is presentation server. So this is the view: database, application, and presentation server. So how object is getting migrated? First of all, we do migration or implementation in development instance. Then it export and import from development instance to QA instance, and then we do checking over there, and then once it's get approved over there, then it's moved to production instance. So let's go with the SAP journey. So first SAP was created in 1972, then mainframe comes in 1979, then R3 comes is 1992, then 2000 World Wide Web MySAP, then some services get on in 2004, then in-memory computing S4 HANA was introduced in 2011, then BW powered by SAP HANA in 2013, Business Suite, and in 2014 Simple Finance, and now S4 HANA. So what is S4 HANA? S4 HANA is basically before HANA or SAP is using any type of database like .NET, SQL, Oracle, but now SAP introduced their own database, which is called HANA. So these are the some associate application which work together. So SD stand for sales and distribution. As in SD module, we are tracking the transaction related to sales. In MM, we are tracking the transaction related to purchase and material. In PS, this is a project system where we can tracking and manage the project system. Plant maintenance, basically we do some maintenance related to plant, so that would be captured in plant maintenance module. HR, all of human resources related transactions, and then FM, fund management, AA, asset accounting, CO controlling cost accounting. FI is our FI module like AP, AR, GL, trial balance. Now come to ASAP. What is ASAP? ASAP is basically a roadmap of implementation, how we are going to implement the project. So first of all, we prepare the project. In this, we are preparing project details like how we are going to configure the SAP and what would be the business requirement, who is going to be implement the SAP. Then business blueprint. On the basis of requirement, consultant is preparing the business blueprint. On the basis of blueprint, consultant do configuration and realization that configuration to the development instance. Then final preparation. Once development instance ready, then it's moved to quality checking, QA instance. Then final preparation for moving that implementation to production. Then go live support and changes. So how SAP team get built? First is project manager, then team leader, then there are technical consultant, functional consultant and business team. Technical, ABAP, Basis and SAP NetWeaver. So these are the consultant who work behind the system. Now functional consultant, FI, CO work together because it is interlinked between each other, because cost accounting and FI accounting is interlinked. Then SD consultant is different, MM consultant is different, PS consultant is different, PP QM is different. CO is also different. In that case, if they want to expand the accounting, like that they want to get the profit center accounting, so and budget accounting. So this is a very vast area. Now business team, accountants, end user and SAP super user. SAP super user is who have some basic knowledge of consultant, like master creation, how system get flow, and accountants are those who are inputting the entries in the system, like sales, booking of sales invoice, booking of purchase invoice. So this is the work of accountant and end user. Now how SAP organization look like? So first of all, we have to create a corporate group, then company. If any subsidy is there, then we have to create that. Then factory or plant, then purchase organization, then purchase group, who is buyer, then storage location of warehouse where we going to keep the material. So this is the overview of SAP. Now come to how to book invoices manually in SAP. So this is a PPT. After that, I will show you the system also. Now come to firstly go with the PPT. So here we enter the FB60 T code, which is used for booking the invoices. Then select company code if you have multiple company code. Then select vendor code. Input the invoice number here. In SAP, reference number is related to the invoice number. Now enter the invoice date, which is mentioned on the physical invoice or the e-invoice. This is the date on which the supplier issue the invoice. Now posting date is your GL date. It can be today's date or any date in which you want to book invoice. Document type is generally created by the FICO consultant. In this you can select if there are multiple document types. Then select gross amount. Then here enter the currency key. then enter tax amount if you want to calculate it. If suppose you enter the tax code over this area, then it get automatically populated here in line item also. So this is a business place. Suppose you have many plants or many factories, so it can be tackled over here. If you have a purchasing module, then it will come plant code by come on in line item. Then text, this is a free text field, but limitation to 50 characters, so you can input any text over there. And if you input plus sign in text of line item, it automatically get copied from here to line item, header to line item. So this is the line item box. So suppose you have to book the entry expense account debit to party. So expense account should come in a line item, and header party account, party is when we open the master, it automatically come through master, so it will come in detail. Now go to next, enter the GL code of expense head, short text come by there on the basis of master. Now enter amount in document currency. If you put star over there, then it automatically get copy this amount to here. Now this is the debit credit indicator. So this is the tax code column. Suppose you haven't default the tax over there and you want to deduct on the line item basis. Suppose you have you procure some part and you have service also. So the tax code may be differ in case of service and in case of part. So you can bifurcate by line item also. So once you double click on the line item, then this window will appear. In this window, you can enter amount, business place, cost center, WS element is related to project, then order is related to internal order, then sale order, quantity assignment. So these are the more fields. So these are the header tab. I'll show you. So this is the header tab. So this is in payment tab, you can get the baseline date. Baseline date is that date on which the system is calculated due date of the payment. Now if discount is there, what is the discount base amount, then payment method, partner bank. This is like if suppose you have a multiple bank account in the same vendor, so you can enter the key over there, so system automatically pick that a bank account. Then payment term, then payment block, house bank, then detail. In detail, you see this is a GL account which is coming from the vendor master. Then you can input the assignment field, header text, business area. In withholding tax is generally a TDS. Suppose you want to deduct TDS. If suppose you have an invoice of 1000 rupees, but you want to deduct TDS only on 100 rupees, then you can select tax code over there and input 900 over there. So system will calculate TDS on 900 only, not on 1000. So this is a long text. You can input anything here, essay also. Now once you did all the fill all the data, then you have to click on simulate to check the entry which you are going to pass, it is actually okay or not. So what simulate shows? Simulate show a debit, credit, tax, TDS. So by here you can check. Suppose if you think this is not a correct entry, you can go back and make changes in this entry. If you think everything is okay, then click on save as complete or post. It depends on the companies. If company want to allow accounting person to book invoice directly, so then they will provide you the authority to post invoice directly. Else in organization all are using park and post functionality. So entry done by some other user and approved by some other user. So this is like that. Thank you.